And this goes through Facebook and everything else.
Yeah.
All right.
See here, it has Facebook.
Nice. We are live. Hello, hello.
Hello.
People can see,
Hello, hello. We'll figure it out as we go along, won't we?
Oh yeah. Do you know when people can see you?
It's loud.
Help us, Michael. We're new at this.
This version of StreamYard. Fun.
What's going on?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Purple Paradigm.
There you go. What's up, y'all? I know y'all see
the Purple
what's going on
Paradigm.
over here?
Listen, look, we're in privileged company right now. You know, I feel good to be around.
I know he's like, you amateurs.
Listen.
No, I'm not.
What's life without some tech issues? Come on now.
Right.
I know, and now it's lagging again. Like,
that's good.
What?
It's good.
Oh, there are no issues. There are no issues here.
There you go. Listen, I love it. I love it.
Well, as we have people coming in, we are waiting for. Okay, well, let's introduce ourselves. If you don't know who we are, okay, I'm Robin.
I am Dr. Maury.
And one of our very special guests is Michael Dean, who is like, I refer to him as the king of all Prince podcasts. I think he was the first person to ever do that.
He was.
So we're just like biting off of you.
No, it's
reigniting the Purple Paradigm.
We all family out here. We all have a thing to do, so this is good. Nobody bite.
Yeah, reigniting the Purple Paradigm and coming forward. I see Steve. Oh, I see Steve is in the room.
Hi, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Now, Steve has known us since we were babies.
Steve has known me since I was 15 years old, going into the limelight.
Really?
For the Diamonds and Pearls release. I was 15 years old.
What?
And I heard him speaking, and I said, "Are you Steve?" Because he used to be on BAI, and they used to do these awesome Prince shows. And Steve was the one who introduced me to the unreleased collections of Prince. And I was like, I knew the voice. I heard the voice, and I was like, "Are you Steve?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Hi, I listen to you all the time." So that was 15. I was 15 years old.
We've talked about that. I was at that party.
Were you at that party?
Yeah,
okay.
But I was like legal.
No, and you know what? And I won those tickets on BLS.
That's hilarious.
I won those tickets on BLS.
All right. Well, since we are still lagging, I do want to try one little thing. So
sure, go ahead. Try your one little thing.
And hold on, we're still here. No.
And what's up, Tanja? I see in the comments, Dr. Claw. What's going on?
See Dr. Claw. No, it was 15, Steve. I'm sorry. Like, it was 15.
How did you get?
How did I get in?
Yeah.
They didn't check for ID at the time. So, Michael, the Limelight was this church.
Yes.
And turned into a club.
Oh, okay. I was about to say,
Diamonds and Pearls release. Yes.
New York
was like that. And the Diamonds and Pearls release actually happened at the Limelight. Steve, I met you that night. I remember hearing the voice. Let me tell you, there will be no P. Diddy mess up in here, Steve.
Oh Lord.
You're a respectable man. Always have been. Hey, Dr. Claw. And hey, Nusha.
No, Tanya.
Is that Tanya?
Yes.
That's Tanja.
Tanja, that's right.
Tanja.
We met her at
Yes, Tanja. Yes. Hi, Tanja. How you doing, love? Thanks for being with us tonight.
Let's see. Oh, we got 18 people.
All right. So if you're signing in, please do let us know where you're signing in from. So Robin and I are in Queens, New York. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Hey, Stacy, how's it going? And of course, we have the awesome Michael Dean joining us.
What up? And I'm just tell y'all right now, I'm like maybe 70%, 65% Michael Dean because I'm still on my COVID. But, we're here to have a good time.
And much love, brother, for showing up tonight. We appreciate you.
Do you want to just start with interviewing?
Yeah, let's go. We're waiting for our other special guest who's coming on. But we can wait. Let's get some more folks on the chat here. We got about 20 people watching, so let's hear you in from the chat and tell us where you're calling in from, or where you're watching from, I should say. So, what do you remember about that party? I remember Diamond and Pearl in the cage, and I was like, the cage didn't look too stable. For Bia Lamort, and I remember them in the cage. They were in this cage.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't remember much though.
And the cage was wobbling, and I was like, that looks very unsafe.
I don't remember that party as much as I remember the next party for the Symbol album, because My Take came out in the bubble, you know, the 7 bubble thing.
Yes.
That wasn't at Limelight.
That was at the Palladium.
I was at the Palladium.
Yeah, that's
and my boyfriend at the time was like, "Ooh, she looks like an angel." I was like, "Sure."
Oh, wait.
My chick did have her angelic qualities. Don't hate. Hey, Cassandra from ATL. Thanks for checking in from Atlanta. Much love to Atlanta.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
So, question for you. So, I'm slow. Y'all was at the record release party for Diamonds and Pearls.
Yes.
You said you was 15 years old?
Yes, and I won those tickets on WBLS.
And then you said you was there.
I called into the radio station and I won the tickets.
And you was there at 15 with your boyfriend?
No, she was. No, I didn't have. No,
I'm older.
I had Rachel with me, my cousin Rachel.
Okay.
Right. So Rachel and I went together to that. And at that I remember that party very well. And it was Tony, Damon, and Kirk, and Rabia Lamort, and oh my goodness, L'Oreal. Yeah. They were there. Prince didn't come. So that was like around the time like Prince began sending his band members to do promotions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a big shift, I remember, around that time. Because like after like Love Sexy, remember he had done the record signings in the record stores. And he had like around Diamonds and Pearls, though, he had made this big shift, and he would start sending out the musicians who he was working with and the dancers who he was working with to actually promote the album. So the party was at the Limelight, and yeah, Reformed Church turned into a nightclub.
We didn't know each other at that point.
Yeah, we didn't know each other.
At the same party, but we didn't
know each other.
Nope.
Nice.
You know, but it was epic, and I just remember the cage dancing and the wobbly cages.
Yeah, I don't really remember that much at all.
That's so fun.
I'm old. I'm older.
It's still in here. So it's actually appropriate that we began with that moment. I actually forgot to talk about that. And here we are. And then for the Symbol album, that party release was at the Palladium in the Michael Todd room.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Okay, my brain just like
in the Michael Todd room.
Like that's right.
And once again, I don't remember My Tay in a Bubble, but I do remember talking to Tony and Damon, and Tony told me "Damn You," and I was like, that was rude, because I didn't know the song. It hadn't come. The album hadn't come out yet. And he was like, "Damn you," and I was like, "Well, damn you too. What the hell? Like, who you talking to like that? You kiss your mother with that mouth? Like, what's up?" And then I heard the song, and I was like, "Oh, well, thank you." Like, true story. True story.
Huh.
True story.
Well, should we? Okay, so
let's see, what time is it?
One of the things that we like to do on the Paradigm is, or at least when we used to do our show back in the day, one of the things that we like to do to have a little bit of audience interaction was we would have a Kahoot or some sort of quiz or some sort of game. Mm-hmm. So I've prepared a 10-question Kahoot game quiz, and the winner. Now, I don't have the money to just be giving away like the super deluxe. However, I have like a little angel at Sony Music who gave me the regular deluxe.
That's big time giveaways right there.
Nice.
Whoop. Shout out to Jeff, one of my besties from way back. So I'm sorry it's backwards, but can you see it? Yeah, you guys can see it. Okay, so since our special guest Toya is not here yet, I mean you're our special guest too, Michael, but you know.
So we have more in the pot coming.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm sorry we're so disorganized. We had some technical difficulties. I'm a Virgo, so inside I have like a lot of freaking out.
So you gotta channel like what would Beyonce do? Just act like nothing happened.
She would be firing some people. How can I fire myself?
Pretty much. Just go.
All right, just go with it. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Let's see how.
So actually, Steve, my recollection is the Palladium in the Michael Todd room, and and Big Daddy Kane was there.
Oh, I remember that. I do.
Big Daddy Kane was there, and I was like, oh my God, it's Big Daddy Kane, and that was like Big Daddy Kane at Big Daddy Kane-ness. Ain't no half stepping.
All right, let's see if I can get this. Let's see.
So we're doing the Kahoot. So get your Prince trivia ready.
Okay, hold on. Let me just start the game.
It's called the Kahoot.
Yeah, Kahoot. It's a platform, and you're gonna get to engage it.
Let's see if I start.
All right, it's loading.
Let's see, what mode should we go in? Let's do team mode. How about that? Start. All right. So I don't know, like if you guys can see up. Oh, is it not? It's not.
Uh-oh.
No, I know. I turned it off for a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kahoot.
Kahoot. That's right, Michael. Put your game show voice on. Let's go. Are you ready to play Kahoot?
Are you ready to play Kahoot, ladies and gentlemen? Come on down.
Let's do it.
All right, here we are. Okay, so everybody can see the game pen.
So get your phones out, scan the QR code, and put the game pin in. And may the ultimate member of the Purple Army win this.
That's supposed to be me, right here, like the end with the pink hair. My hair under my party hat is more refers to it is a little pink afro.
Prince is saying that he can't really see it.
Oh, who?
Let's see.
Can't really see it.
Let's see.
Oh, Toy is here. Hi, Toy.
Hey.
Hi.
We're just trying to get everybody organized around the game. Okay. So can anybody else like having trouble seeing the game? Because we can go back to it later.
A game?
Yes, we're having a Kahoot. It's a Prince trivia game.
Oh, I see it.
You see it?
So there's one player, so there's so far one winner. We got to get other people on there. You gonna let this one person just win and play the game by themselves? Come on now. Stacey is ready to get her records on vinyl. Okay, so if you are trying to be the recipient of the Diamonds and Pearls Deluxe and the Get Off vinyl, you got to get on this Kahoot game. Scan that QR code, game pin 7133668. Let's get on in.
Well, so I'm gonna just keep these myself.
Well, no, Stacey's on there. Stacey was like, I'm answering these questions.
You gotta get the answers right, though, right?
Yeah, well, you know, she can't play. But she's playing by herself. You know, it could be like one answer, and Stacey got the vinyl.
That could be the right answer.
Michael's holding you accountable. Stacey, you better play right.
Can people just not understand how to? Explain it to them again.
So basically, the school teacher, right? So basically, you're scanning the QR code with your camera.
Yes.
And you're going to be entering the game pin. So where am I? Listen, I know Robin and I cannot be the only people who are into vinyl out here. Hey, Kyle. Listen, where are my purists at? Because my people who, you know, you got to answer the questions. Going into Kahoot.
Scan the game pin, and then what do they do?
They got to answer the questions. There's 10 questions there.
Yeah, as I'm saying.
Oh, because you're watching from your phone.
Yeah.
Well, you can join at www.kahoot.it. Come on, Robin. There's many ways to win. Don't let that one person just take this now. So if you can't scan the QR code, you can join at www.kahoot, which is spelled KAHOOT.IT. And then you enter the game pin and the game will start for you. So try it that way if you can't scan, if you're on your phone.
Well.
You know what's been going on in my head since the bust?
It just gets better. That's all.
Okay, so the one player we did have.
The pin is 713-3668. 713-3668. This This is one of those things, friends, where like, you know, it looks like the law of least effort can make you win. You know what I'm saying? Just you got to jump in. Got to jump in.
What if I got a flip phone?
It's seeming that way. It's seeming that way. Again. Thank you, Kyle.
I appreciate that, Kyle. Thank you, sir.
It's not for you. That's for
Michael, but still, thank you. He came through.
That's right. That's right. She can say thank you. Damn.
Okay, there's one person, Camille. All right.
It's coming. I'm confident in the Purple Army to get this. www.kahoot.it and then enter the game pin 713-3668.
You guys know that like you're making all of my Virgo anxiety like shoot through the roof. I was up all night writing these questions. So you guys need to get together and sign on so we can play.
Play with me, damn it.
Why wouldn't anybody play with me?
No one's gonna play with me. Michael, you share my world, Michael. You see what I go through? It's all good.
Okay, Stacy says she put it in. All right, Stacy, are you Camille or hello, Sandra?
Hey, Sandra.
I mean, we could try and just like
keep it going. Let's get it going for like a few minutes.
No players.
www.
Okay, the one player we had just disappeared too.
Okay.
I just realized, Maury, you're wearing.
There you
pearls.
go. You got two people.
I'm this impro.
Okay, we got two people.
There you go, Stacy. You go ahead, Stacy. 713. Okay, so Stacy and Camille are added.
Maury's trying to secretly sign in so she can win the binary.
Well, I'm trying to
gave you something.
listen. I'm just trying to. I'm making sure that you know, we're not crazy here. That this is actually working. See, I'm in. There I am. So it's working.
Should I just start with you?
Y'all just don't want to play with us.
Should I just start it with you and you just get all the answers wrong?
No. Let's give Stacy and Camille an opportunity.
They're playing against each other.
Yeah, they're playing against each other.
So in my little cup while we're waiting, you would think that maybe I had some nice tea in here or maybe some other like grown-up beverage. No, I'm drinking Chinese herbs. Oh, what's that? Feedback.
I'm sure. And see your nickname on the screen. I do.
The questions are coming. We're just waiting to see if we can get like one or two more players. What is feedback?
I'm not sure. Okay. All right, you want to go forward, Stacey and Camille? Let's go forward.
All right, we're just gonna start.
Yep, there you go.
Okay, start.
Okay, it's loading up, Stacey and Camille. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1, go. Ooh, what year did Rosie join Prince's band? The seconds are on the clock.
Did you hit the buzzer or something?
It's going to hit it for you.
Well,
Who's green? Is that you?
No.
That means, okay, so let me go back to next. Okay. So wait, nobody answered it?
hilarious.
What the hell?
I was trying to give Stacey and Camille a chance. Listen.
Making my boy, boy.
That is hilarious.
Okay, so keep it going, I guess.
What year was the album Diamonds and Pearls released? Stacy, you gotta answer it on the Kahoot, babe. You put 1990 in the chat.
Hilarious.
Mark Wiggins is not Dirty Mind. Come on now. Diamonds and Pearls. What year for Diamonds and Pearls? It's hilarious.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, 2 people. Okay, now Stacy's all right. Now they in. There we go. There you go. There we go.
I bet you had some money on this game.
All right. Stacy's in the lead. Okay. Please don't give Robin any more Virgo anxiety.
Pressure has been running high, folks.
Listen.
Do this for me, please. Like, let me live this dream of like having a little game, okay? Please.
Next question. Let's go. What is the name of Rosie's 1995 solo album? I want you. Who's gonna sing that? Who's gonna sing it? You gotta know the songs on it. But you gotta know the songs on it.
But if you're gonna make people think that's the answer.
Oh, you put I want you as a that was a trick. Sorry, I didn't realize that. I'm sorry. So look at that. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. That is not the answer. So like choose from the other three. That's hilarious. See, Toya, we the real deal. We know the story.
All right. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Okay.
Oh, and Camille takes the lead. That's right. Closer than close. That's correct. What other Prince song references Diamonds and Pearls?
Don't give it away.
Okay, I'm be quiet. Sorry.
Slips.
Sorry, but I didn't see that. I didn't see that you would put I want you. That was a 12 inch. How would I know you would put that as a
People be like not thinking and just choose that.
Listen,
You have to have some trick questions in there.
I got it. I see. The Robin thinking is active.
Hold on, wait.
No.
Oh.
Also, you can't disappoint me by putting just ridiculous answers, please.
Listen, Bird. Perfection is real.
Oh, so nobody got that one right?
No.
Okay, that's what that means. Okay, we're halfway there. Thank God.
What song from Diamonds and Pearls is previously a recorded Bolt track?
See it? They get a little harder as you go.
I see. This is like you got to dig in the crates. Lawrence gave a hint. So you got to check so the Purple Army has your back in the chat. So if you don't know, you got to check because Lawrence gave Lawrence gave a hint.
There are no vault tracks.
None.
On Diamonds and Pearls. Everything was new. Or recorded within the year.
So somebody got it though. Which one? Either Camille. One. Let's see who got that one.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, and Stacy takes the lead.
All right, we're almost there. All right, next.
Rebecca Blake directed the Prince video for Cream, and what other video for him? She's actually one of my favorite directors for him.
Okay, counting down. No cheating and looking on like the internet.
But Purple Army, if you want to support our friends.
Okay, good.
Well, they got that one. They got that one, and that's correct. Kiss is the answer. Yeah, Rebecca Blake, I love how she did well with Prince and imagery. How many tracks are there in the standard edition of Diamonds and Pearls? Okay, if you're like me, you're counting in your head right now, in order.
I know what it is.
I know.
Kind of got some beats going on.
Oh, wait a minute now.
Uh-oh. Okay, wait, let's go back to the game and see what's going on. Ooh.
Wait.
Okay. Stacy's still in the lead?
Stacy's still in the lead.
Okay.
Stacy's still in the lead.
All right.
Spike Lee directed the music video for which track?
Come on, this is easy.
Fight the power.
Fight the power.
Wrong record.
All right, now we got that one. Okay, cool. How we doing here?
All
right,
I
Stacey.
think you're good.
All right,
Stacey's
Stacey.
not playing,
Right.
okay?
Camille, you gonna let her take it like that? Nah, Camille, you can't let it. Come on, your name is Camille. Come on, an alter ego now. Come on now. Don't let her take it. Don't let her take it. What emancipation track features Rosie? I think I know. Yes.
I know.
Oh, what's up, Damon?
Really,
See
you
you
make
in
a
the
name.
chat.
I would hope so. You know. Hope you know.
But I mean, I knew anyway. That's why I put the question in. Let's see. Okay,
Mhm.
get it right. Let's see.
All right, Stacey, holding on. One more question.
Dun, 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 dun.
Single Diamonds and Pearls reach what chart position on Billboard's Top 100?
Let me Google that.
Let's see.
Real quick.
Let's see.
Like, how many points do you get for each question? Dude?
Who has some random number of points that it just gives? All right, let's see who the winner is.
Okay, I'm in last place.
And the winner is
Team Unicorn. Congratulations, Stacey.
Okay, so I want you to let's see. So how am I going to get these vinyls to you? So let me just go back.
Congratulations, Stacey. Thank you, Camille, for playing along.
All right, and so you will be the winner, or you are the winner of these 2 vinyls donated by my friend Jeff at Sony Music. I have to start giving these things away so that he can, like, you know, when they
Keep on giving
audit
us
him.
more.
Sorry, I should say that. Anyway, it's fine. But congratulations. Okay, I need you to email me, please. Everyone, don't just email me or spam me.
No, we're gonna get Stacey. All right, we're gonna get Stacey. Make sure I have her name. All right.
But she can email me.
You're gonna give your email.
Is it
Can
not safe
you
to give the email?
like over line like that? Like you gonna just like, hey,
Don't spam me or like give me a virus. But SHUMAYS, my last name, Shumays Robin at gmail.com. How's that? Just email me and give me your address, and I will send them out to you hopefully on Monday. Maybe you'll get lucky and get them for Thanksgiving.
there you go.
And
There
you
you
can say thanks for giving me these, Robin, and working so hard on that quiz.
There you go. She did though.
She did. Okay, so let's get started. But congratulations and thank you to all the people who watched. So first, let me just say a few things. Okay, so our special guest Toya has joined us. Let's see. Let me just.
Yeah.
Mr. Dean,
What's happening?
how you do? How you been?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I've been good.
In a minute.
Yeah.
Need to get you on the show.
Yes, sir.
No, we can't do that. Virgo, let it go. Toya and Michael, y'all gonna pray for me tonight, right? If you only
She
know
loves
the
me.
level of technicality that's going on this side of the fence, and we got big things to talk about.
Okay, yes. Okay, wait. I just want to start. So first, I just want to thank Toya so much for being here. So I was telling her this the other day when we were talking on the phone. Just we were giving her a prep of the show and what our personalities were like. And I told her that I was listening to the podcast that she did with Andrea Swinson, and like at the end, like just hearing her mom's story and just like hearing her mom's voice at the end, I was like, I was typing. I work for an insurance company. I'm like sitting there like working on insurance form designs. It's like I'm listening and I'm like, okay, Maury, because Maury and I have been talking about starting the show again, and I was like, Maury, I got it. We have to find Rosie's daughter, and we have to bring her on the show. And I found her, and she said yes. And so that's one of the reasons why we're back. because we
Thank you,
can
Toya.
say yes.
Oh, no problem. It's my pleasure.
We had so much fun talking to you the other day. You're like just so much fun. You're
Thank you.
Yes, yes, sister friend, definitely.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I just want to like say thank you again for doing that original podcast and joining us here today. So
Oh, no problem. No problem.
So we didn't get to print the agenda, but
So who was the first thing?
who was the first thing? The second
Y'all haven't been drinking before you started this, have you?
Huh?
Y'all been having some drinking?
No, that's Michael. Share my world. He asked if you have been drinking. She drank Chinese herbal tea for her blood pressure.
Yeah, this is what I'm drinking.
Something extra in that.
It's not anything good. It's like the most disgusting Chinese herbs that I have to take so that I stay alive a
All over there lit.
So, this down, I may go in the kitchen and get some.
This is as natural as you get. There is.
Well, damn, I hate to see y'all after a couple of sips.
Listen. Listen. Okay.
Let me leave y'all alone.
So, Toya, for everything Robin told you about personalities, you're seeing it full blown. It's like she doesn't have to explain herself. Just watch.
I love it.
Just watch.
I'm so
Okay. Here we go.
Yes. Okay.
Let's
So,
go.
all right. So I do have some questions that I had prepared.
So there's the presentation on Rosie.
I think we should.
You want to jump in?
Yeah, I think we should go the first to do that after.
Okay. Go right ahead.
All right. So, okay. I remember one of the things I wanted to know. Oh,
I gotta tell you, something's going on with your audio or something. I don't know if you guys hear that. Am I even hearing that?
Yes, but there's background noise.
It might be me. It might be my kids.
No, I'm hearing there's a scratch. There is a scratchiness.
It's like a voice.
Oh, I don't hear it.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you guys get the best.
And it just stopped.
Yeah, it just stopped.
And it just stopped.
Oh, okay, good.
And then it just started back. Is it my mic?
Check.
Check. No,
like I said before, I'm sure I could do this like these newbies.
Is it me?
Watch more of my shows, ladies.
Neophytes.
It might be. Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah, there is a scratch.
Some kind of feedbacky type of thing, but I just want to make sure we can hear you. Everyone can hear you guys.
Yeah, and definitely when it bounces back. Do you need both? You think?
Yeah. You want to take?
You might want to do one mic over there.
Lawrence, it should be Chinese herbal vodka tea. Unfortunately, it's just water and Chinese herbs.
Yeah.
You want me to I think so. Yeah.
You still hear it?
No. How's that now, Michael?
I think. Go ahead and say something.
Can you hear us now? Mic check 1 2 1 2.
I can hear you. It's a little better. Well, no, there it goes.
It's a scratch. I don't know what that is. It's not on
Oh,
our
you
end.
know what it is? It sounds like my voice or whoever's talking coming out your speakers and then kind of coming back into your.
Oh, from the
little feedback.
From the audio.
We gonna rock. We gonna rock.
You didn't want to do it on Zoom.
I did not want to do it on Zoom. I did not. So I don't know, but it has echo cancellation. So it's supposed to be.
Quality microphone or wearing headphones. Okay.
All right. Well, maybe we should just speak softer.
How about that?
Well, so what I was going to say, or what I was going to ask Toya to start was, well, my mic is off now, so it shouldn't be me. But I was going to ask for you to tell us a little bit about your mom's career before she got with Prince, because like you told us about some of the people that she had worked with and what her journey was before. And I think a lot of people don't know that or realize that. So I would love for you to like just share that a little bit.
Okay. Well, my mom, she comes from the Bay Area, California. She's been singing and playing since she's been about 4 years old. She started off with the family. The whole family was a band. She was the boss. She was the leader, of course, So they saw that she was taking it very seriously, and she just been doing music like her whole life. So she out here, she was working with people like the Whispers. Tony used to come sit in with her. Confunction. Curtis Olsen, she was married to him and they had a band together. They would tour and go all over the place, including Japan and just like all over the place. I told you guys Maxine from In Vogue used to sing backup for her. So did Tyra Kemp. And she's just connected to so many people from the Bay Area that did big things before anybody blew up. So for me, it was like phenomenal. Even Tupac and Digital Underground and my mom, they had the same manager named Al. And so before they all, got their big deals and stuff, we would all go to the same rehearsal halls and stuff. So we knew them before they were this big, huge who they became. So it's just really amazing how many, legendary people she was connected to before she became what the world knows as Rosie Gaines.
Okay.
So what happened?
No, I was just
No,
I was
it's
just
okay.
worried about the audio.
No, it's okay. I mean, it is what it is.
Oh, so one of the things too that you told us that was so funny. See, it's the feedback again. I was trying to turn the mics off, like the
Sound.
the sound. I was trying to adjust it.
Okay, well, get it if you can.
Well, I'm still gonna ask the question while I'm trying to figure this out. I just wanted to know, like, if you could tell us the story that you told us about the Get Off video and the performance on MTV. I was like, that's hilarious.
I was there for the Get Off video, and of course I had some problems with the wardrobe because it's my mom. I was just like, what you got on? What is this teddy you got? What? Like it just tripped me out to see her come with the lingerie and all the painted naked blue and gold men, and I just wasn't feeling that. I was just like, like I'm her daughter, I'm her only child, so I was like, what is going on here? And she was like, well,
I'm working.
They're making me wear this. I don't pick my wardrobe. I have to wear what they tell me to wear. So I was just like, look, I don't know how much of this I can take. Okay. Like I don't want to see no more
Get off. And Rosie kind of like pulls away. She like the blue, like the naked blue people are next to her, and she like pulls away, like, don't touch me.
Yeah, she was like a little uncomfortable with it, but she made it work. She made it work, but it was just, that moment was just crazy to me because I never seen like my mom dressed like that. So I was
so
like,
you got to be on. You shared with us how you were the child in Paisley Park.
I was, and there was not really any children there until Tevin came. Sometimes Levi's son would come, but he was like in and out. He wasn't really, because I ended up moving there. So, but I would be the only kid running around there. So until Tevin came and they did Graffiti Bridge, and then he was there for quite some time. So then I had someone to run around with, but I was the only child running around Paisley Park. I was touching stuff and touching people's clothes and stuff.
Touching people's clothes.
I wasn't supposed to be doing out of
what were you
boredom because I don't want to sit in rehearsal for 15 hours. Rehearsals with 15 hours. That's a lot for a kid. Like to sit there, that long listening to songs get played over and over and over again.
So I want to go back to touching people's clothes. Whose clothes were you touching, Toya?
Well, I was touching Prince's clothes because they used to make his clothes right. They used to make his clothes right in there. So, they had little departments where they did everything inside of Paisley Park. And I would every time, because they were always making new garments and stuff. So I would go in there and I knew I wasn't supposed to be in there touching his stuff, but I would go in there because I would be excited. They're making something new. I want to see what's going on. I go in there and I had a my size Barbie doll and I'm like, I could put this on my Barbie. I want to take this one. And, and it was just like, he would catch me like, and stand there and watch me do stuff I'm not supposed to do. And then scare me like with his monotone, like, LaToya, what are you doing in here? And I'm like, oh, you caught me. Like, nothing. I know I'm not supposed to be in here. Okay, I'm gonna get out.
So it was Prince for you, like as a child, right? So, because how old are you at this point when this is all happening?
This is when I used to go in there messing with his clothes. It's like, I think the first time I came there, I was 10 going on 11.
Okay.
Because I was always going back and forth before I actually moved there as a teenager. You know what I mean? So I was young.
He was like the reprimanding uncle. Or the
The
cool,
whole
or was he
band
like the
was
cool older cousin?
the whole
Like,
band
how
was
would you
like,
describe him?
well, the whole band was like uncle to me. I called them uncle, Uncle Damon, Uncle Tony, Uncle Kirk. You know, I called them. They made me really feel like family. So it was, I didn't have family there, so they embraced. They knew I was the only kid there too. So they really made me comfortable. They embraced me being there. You know what I mean? So for me, I mean for all of y'all, it's exciting. Like, whoa, we get to go Prince. We get to go be with Prince. But for me, it was like, do I gotta go to work with you today? Can I stay home? Because I'm tired of sitting and you know what I mean? Because it was a job. It was my mom's job. So it's just like, imagine going to work with your parents. You don't
No.
want to do that like every day. You know what I mean? So it was exciting at first, but then it's like, okay, I'm over it now.
Did you ever talk to Prince about, like, obviously, if people don't know, you're also a musician, singer, songwriter. When you were coming up, did you ever talk to Prince about music, or like, did he give you advice like going into the music industry yourself, or like, did he ever school you about certain things like that, or did
All
he
he
tell you stay
all
away
he
from
really
it?
all he really said was, be an innovator. You know, he didn't like people copycatting or redoing people's music and stuff. So for him, it was very important to be original, to find yourself, to like be comfortable with who you are and make music for you, not care about what other people think. Like, you make it from what you feel. You know what I mean? So it's genuine. So that was something that he did say. You know what I mean? Like, whatever you do it truly and honestly, as far as musically, and be an innovator. And I think that we have a lot of lack of that now. It's not as in the industry, the music period that's coming out, is everything is like a remake, redone, the music, even if they have new lyrics over it, or they take the melodies and they, you know what I mean, of the old music and put their lyrics, but it's still not original. So we are lacking a lot of originality today in music, I think. And I think that's needed big time.
I think that's probably because schools don't really like have like music programs and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's been a lot of pullback on the arts within education. Could definitely
Yeah.
speak on that one. But then there's also
Not only that too, but you gotta remember also that people used to actually take artists and develop them, and that's not happening anymore. Like,
no.
nobody want to put in that kind of time to develop a artist, to give them and find them a sound. Like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, they had a sound. You go to them because they have a certain sound, and you're gonna get that sound from them. With Prince, same thing. Michael, same thing. And now everything just all sound kind of blended together, and it's like
Well, it's
nobody
making
has.
a hit right now.
Yeah.
Yes,
Malcolm
yes.
Gladwell talked about. I remember. I can't. Don't quote me on which number album "Rumors" for Fleetwood Mac is, but it's not like in their top 5 albums of release. It took many albums for them to get to "Rumors," and we
Mm-hmm.
don't have that anymore in the music industry, where you can actually build towards release. Right? Purple
Right,
Rain. Purple Rain was Prince's like first big hit. We got excited around "Dirty Mind" to be like, well, what's he doing here? But Purple Rain was down the road. You know,
right,
and
right,
imagine if now it would be like Purple Rain would have to be your first,
Yeah.
right? And
right.
we don't have like it's
But
highly unlikely.
there's nothing even remotely good like
No,
that.
well, no, because it takes time to develop an artist. You
And I
know,
think too, also the power of a band, of everybody actually live playing, because
oh, yeah.
everybody contributes something, and it's everybody's emotion and feeling into the music. I think that the feeling of music has changed drastically because of technology, because they're not using live players. Because everybody is conscious of spending the money, and you know what I mean, and everybody wants things right now. So for me, it was a real treat to watch Prince, my mom, Michael Bland, Kirk, Tony, Damon, Tommy, Sonny. And Morris when he came. It was like to watch them as a collective, to see and understand that they all had a very intricate role in creating this sound. Um, it
So
was
how does
like
that impact you
phenomenal.
now currently as an artist? Right.
Say
So
that again.
how does that currently impact you personally now as an artist?
That I got to watch that, it spoiled me. So it makes me very
Mm,
picky and particular on who I would want to work with, because I'm used to watching the best work. I'm used to the best. So when you used to the best, like it may, you don't want to just go run with just anybody. You know what I mean? It's frustrating. It's frustrating because it's hard to find people to work with that because you have this and you envision this. Your ear is used to this certain thing, and I'm just not getting that. You know what I mean? Out of these new people, producers, it's like everybody is just, it's no band. Like I want a band. That's what I want. I want that hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, but that is a big budget. Like that is a very big budget. You have to have money to have that kind of a,
because so much of it is driven from technology at this point.
Right. And everything is like so instant. Like we make a song right now, we drop it in the next 5 minutes.
Got it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like they don't even work on the quality. They don't take the time and work on the quality and the tech person we're not getting that anymore. Prince, the Prince tech people, they had to work just as hard. Like everybody who worked for him had to work just as hard as him for his sound to be what it was. And we just don't have that anymore these days. We don't have the quality,
Thank you for that.
Wait, I just want to share this comment. People don't grow up singing in church anymore.
And Damon.
Damon Reinhardt.
And thank you, Mattia. We see your Michael and Tanya. I don't know if you're Toya, when you're not speaking, the offers if you go on mute, maybe it can help with the scratchy sound. But we're pretty much unplugged over here.
Yeah, we unplugged everything and it's all just the computer right now. Just like Zoom.
Okay, I'm not on I'm on my iPhone, so.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know what's going
on.
Okay,
well, we'll keep on going. But thank you, Mattia, and thank you, Purple Army, for standing with us. Because this is the type of tech stuff that we've been going through since we began all giggly, because it was just like, you named the issue. It was perfect last night at 3 a.m. when Robin was working with everything. But, 2 minutes before showtime,
it's like everything
break down. Just stops. It's all good. It's all good. But no, I think that's a great point, Damon, about, the singing in church and playing instruments. And that kind of, and and this is the educator in me, the willingness to be resilient through difficulty. Right. I know you talked about, Toya, the idea of listening to the same refrain over and over and over again for 15 hours. But, Prince and the musicians that he worked with worked tirelessly at that kind of deliberateness and that kind of intention. And when you finally heard it in a larger showcase of a performance, it was like, oh, that was 15 seconds that he was rehearsing over and over again. But it was to make sure that it landed powerfully and it was correct. And like there was no room for error. Right. To the point where, I'm quoting a lot of Malcolm Gladwell tonight, but he talks about in order to perfect something, you have to do it over 40,000 times. Right. And the idea that in that perfection and in that rehearsal, you get that level of flawlessness. Like they make it look effortless, but in all actuality, the countless hours of work and redundancy in order to show up disciplined, I don't necessarily know if people have that same kind of hunger because things happen so quickly for you. In terms of you can go on, GarageBand and put a few things together and then it sounds like you've got a whole symphony going on. Meanwhile, a trained ear musician really takes the time to build it out and figure out how the bass goes with the guitar, goes with the keyboards, goes with the drums, goes with the lyrics, goes with the vocalist. So like I definitely hear your point on, how we're losing that sense of it. But there are people who still hold on and still are trying to be as deliberate and intentional about live music, which is something that I know everybody on this call, is really appreciating the idea that, we loved Prince, we love Rosie because of the vocalization and the way they came together. And the name of this episode is The Diamond and the Pearl. You want to do the presentation now, Miss?
Sure, we'll do the presentation.
We'll do the presentation now. And I think, and Michael, you're coming up after the presentation because we definitely want to hear from you and your questions, if you have any questions for Toya, and of course your work, as a podcaster, as I believe the lead podcaster in the Prince world. But we want you, Toya, to hear our analysis, basically, of the work that your mom, who we're referring to as the Pearl in this situation, and Prince, our diamond, what they did and were able to create together. So
okay, keep talking for a second, because
oh Lord, somebody get
I don't know why.
While you're doing that, can I just add to this conversation?
Absolutely.
I think too, the other thing to look at and why we're at this is the audience's or the listeners' role in this whole sort of theory or conversation, right? Like, so I think too, there's a responsibility on the listener to want to not just go for the instant gratification music, or I think in these days it's not even about the music, it's about the artist, right? The artist is the star, not the song. And I think we have gotten so used to focusing on the artist and their personality as opposed to the music that they do.
Music. Great point.
Or the music ain't even is not really the center point of the conversation anymore. It's the performer, it's their personality and everything else that's going on in their world. The music was just a small part of who these people are. And I think the listener is a little guilty to be letting these artists or personalities sort of infiltrate uh, this music space without putting in all this work that we talked about that we appreciate. So it's I think it sends a message, I think, to some of the artists or some of the people that are thinking about getting into music. Well, why should I be practicing and practicing if I look good, or whether I'm a
Mhm.
male or female, I'm gonna get a shine. I don't need to go practice. I just need to get that BBL. You feel me? So I think there's a part of
Not the
that
BBL.
that the audience has to sort of understand that, yo, we're just as complacent or guilty in this conversation too. And it's a hard to go back because technology has changed, different things have happened. But I wonder where that was going to leave us with music if it's just personality driven, not talent in music. It's talent in being a personality. That's all I wanted to add to it.
Yeah,
They
and Michael,
definitely are just giving the strippers the mic. You're right. That's what they.
And I'm not
That's what
mad at you,
that's what we
but
came. That's what it is
did you say you're
now.
not mad at that, Michael?
well, I mean, listen.
You just like backtracked on everything you just
No, no, no,
said.
no.
It's just like
I'm saying, well,
strippers
well,
are bad
listen.
in
If
music,
we want to
but
keep it
okay,
above,
strippers.
we can go back to what my man said. Fine, and she ain't got to know how to sing. I mean, we've seen that kind of coming through in the people that we're talking about. So that element has always been there. I just think it's just there's been a machine that's in place now to just like, oh, you look like that? Cool. We got music for you to talk off, to talk over or to dance over. Let's go. So
I
there's
can
an
hear Rick
element.
James now, like the Mary Jane girls could sing, right? They were
Yeah,
sexy, but they were vocalists also, and I agree. Like it's come to a place where that has become the dominant, as opposed to that may have been a part of the criteria in the past. It wasn't the way. It wasn't the
right.
way, and like now we see it as the way.
Yeah.
How
Oh,
we doing, Robin?
okay, I'm good.
All right.
I'm ready to rock. Okay, let's see. All right, yeah, look, it's working.
There you
Something's
go.
working. Okay.
Everything works together for my greater good. Let's go now.
All right. So, our presentation, as Maury said before, is called The Diamond and the Pearl. And we sort of were kind of thinking about this in terms of Prince and Rosie and what they were to each other and what they were to music and what they were as like a unit, right? So basically, The Diamond and the Pearl. Okay. Here are my presenter notes. Okay, so in the opening scene of Get Off, we meet two young women strolling down a dimly lit corridor. As they near the end, they encounter a pair of sentinels guarding massive doors. One guard inquires if they were there for the audition. One of the women responds affirmatively, introducing herself as Diamond and her companion as Pearl. The doors are then opened by the guards, casting light onto a scene that could best be described as my own personal fantasy, but I digress. That's a joke, people.
There you go.
Okay. Get Off, being the debut single and video from the album Diamonds and Pearls, marked the first appearance of dancers Diamond, portrayed by L'Oreal Werner, and Pearl, portrayed by Robia Scott. While I have a deep appreciation for Laurie and Robia and their contributions during this era, I find it curious that Prince gave them those stage names. Obviously, it was a play on the song title, but when you reflect and dig a little deeper around the concept of what diamonds and pearls represent, it's clear who those names should have been bestowed upon. Sorry, I'm just going back and forth. So let's delve into the world of diamonds for a moment. These precious gemstones originate from deep within the earth, approximately 100 miles below the surface. Known for their extraordinary brilliance and shimmer, diamonds bend and reflect light, producing a mesmerizing effect that sets them apart from other gemstones. Each diamond possesses attributes that are distinct. Cut, color, clarity, and carat weight make each one unique. So when you think about it, it's really easy to take the characteristics of a diamond and make direct correlations to prints. So for starters, there's brilliance and clarity. Just as a diamond can bend and reflect light, Prince had the ability to bend genres. His fusion of rock, funk, R&B, and pop crafted a unique auditory tapestry that became its own genre. This innovation mirrors the brilliance of a diamond, which, when light strikes its surfaces, reflects a spectrum of color. Next, there would be rarity and uniqueness. Prince's mesmerizing and avant-garde fashion sense, coupled with the distinctive musical style, set him apart in an industry often mired in conformity. Under those extraordinary conditions, each diamond is its own one-of-a-kind masterpiece, much like Prince, who stood out in a sea of musical and stylistic homogeneity. Multifaceted talent and pressure and perseverance. So when we think about those, multifaceted, you think of a diamond as multifaceted. So as for Prince, a musician, a producer, a singer, songwriter, electrifying performer, and fashion icon, he wore many hats, each showcasing a different aspect of his genius. This versatility is akin to many facets of a diamond, each contributing to its overall brilliance. Pressure and perseverance. So Prince's journey was not without challenges. As we know, he battled industry constraints, personal struggles, yet always emerged stronger. This resilience metaphorically mirrors the process of diamond formation. The carbon endures immense pressure to transform into a beautiful gem. Oops, enduring legacy. Okay, well, that's what that was, and that was a picture of the album. Let's see if I can go back. Okay, great. Diamonds are celebrated for their enduring nature, maintaining their allure across the ages. Similarly, Prince's musical contributions and fashion sensibilities have always echoed this trait of timelessness and transcendence. What's really inspiring about this re-release of Diamonds and Pearls is that it's a perfect opportunity to influence a new generation with this work, just as it captivated audiences in 1991. And most importantly, just like every diamond, Prince has always been a girl's best friend. That is my contribution to this. So now I will hand it over to Maury, who will speak on Rosie as the pearl to Prince's diamond. First, I need to pull up your little screen.
I really appreciate that last image that popped up.
Nobody gets my sense of humor.
I'm clear.
All right, let me just see. Let me pull up yours.
Thank you.
So I hope you all can see where we're going with this.
And of course, to the Purple Paradigm viewers, please start putting your questions in the chat for Toya and Michael, because we're going to be getting to you as well. We want to make sure that our Purple Army is celebrated and has access to the conversation as well.
So now we take you to
the Pearl. So Rosie Gaines, the pearl to Prince's diamond. Rosie Gaines is the pearl to Prince's diamond is the Purple Paradigm's poetic and metaphoric way to describe the significance and talent of Rosie Gaines in relation to Prince. In this commentary, the declaration is that Rosie Gaines is a valuable and complementary collaborator to Prince, much like a precious pearl complements a diamond. Pearls are unique gemstones formed within the soft tissue of a living shell mollusks. They are known for their beautiful reflective luster that is a result of light reflecting off the various layers of the gem. They come in a variety of colors, which is influenced by the type of mollusks that produces the pearl and the environment in which it forms. There are freshwater, Akoya, South Sea, and Tahitian pearls. In Rosie, Prince masterfully recognized the synthesis and interconnectedness of her art as a variety of pearls embodied in one fierce artist whose vocal and musical talent showcased diversity, versatility, and an unapologetic artistic expression, forever leaving the Purple Army with a substantial contribution of impact that was unforgettable and timeless. In the context of their musical collaboration, Rosie as the pearl to Prince's diamond creates the artistic wealth in which she deposited into Prince's world. She added a unique and valuable element to Prince's music, namely a musicality that was expressed via a distinctive and powerful voice that was soulful and dynamic. Her vocal range allowed her to hit both high and low notes with precision and the ability to convey deep emotions through her singing. In tracks such as Willing and Able, Rosie's voice showcases a rich, raspy quality that evokes a texture to her vocal execution and complement to Prince's performance. While the track conveys a sense of passion and willingness to go the extra mile, Rosie's range injects her flexibility to powerfully land various genres of music in one track. In one musical moment, she takes us through gospel, R&B, and funk and soul. Her voice then escalates from a lower to higher octave rock and roll as she sings, "Let me take a bite to see if you're right. I'm kind of thinking about taking a hunk chunk piece of your love tonight." This is just one example of Rosie's ability to span a range of octaves with skill and control in a short span of time. Clearly, perfect pitch was not lost on Rosie. Prince cleverly sought muses who could engage in risk and triumph simultaneously, and Rosie delivered from the onset of their collaborations. In her, he found a unique and strong combination of an anointed singer with strong vocals. Check out the backing vocals on Insatiable, where she is the only woman featured on the track, and her harmonies are perfectly aligned with Prince and the other male artists. Rosie also delivered her organ skills throughout the Diamonds and Pearls album. And let's not forget her songwriting capabilities. The title track, Diamonds and Pearls, Jughead, and Thunder all showcase Rosie's ability to generate pop classics, funky, energetic rhythms, and emotionally distinctive musical arrangements. In the live version of Nothing Compares to You, this is the ultimate moment where the diamond meets the pearl. The power of a musician-songwriter reclaiming his song that was given to his first Paisley Park group, The Family, and that hit #1 for 4 weeks via the iconoclastic Irish singer Sinead O'Connor, may she rest in peace, and then restored to the powerhouse vocalization of Rosie Gaines in complement to Prince's intentional precision and deliberate vulnerability and hope, make for musical history that transforms, touches, moves, and inspires listeners to this day. The magic of their call and response and the evolution of the song from a one-sided monologue to a conversation between two love-long lovers gives the listener a visual of heartbreak experience through the lens of a man and woman. Both sides have a story, and even the horn section jumps in to complement the tale. We all leave hearing this song with the understanding that the humanity of knowing love and then losing it is a part of being alive in the human experience. As I am willing to give it one more try. Prince, do you know why? Do you know why? Because nothing compares to you. Prince successfully integrated Rosie's talents into his own musical vision and gave the world mastery as an artist. Together, the combination of Rosie Gaines' pearls to Prince's diamonds created musical precious gems that will be celebrated by music lovers from lifetime to lifetime. Thank you for listening to our interpretation of The Diamond and the Pearl. We would love to hear from our viewers. What are you thinking about what made Prince the Diamond and Rosie the Pearl, and ways in which you would want to contribute to the conversation? And Michael, Rosie, and Toya, because you do look like your mom.
Just like your mom.
You look just like your mom, by the way. That's a blessed child right there. The blessed child right there.
I just want to say one thing. I love Maury. Okay, I really love Maury.
Love you too.
So what you guys don't understand is, like, years ago when we first met, we would spend hours on the phone just nerding out on Prince, and I just feel like this is a full circle moment.
It is.
That we just did a whole co-presentation about Prince. So that was amazing, Maury. Thank you.
It wasn't it? Both of them were great.
Yeah, it was really good.
Thank you. So thoughts, Michael, school the neophytes here as a master podcaster. What's on your mind as you hear this idea of Prince being the diamond, Rosie being the pearl? Because I just remembered, I was telling Toya when we first talked to her earlier this week, I just remember seeing her mom and I was like, who is this sister that he got on stage with him? And he gave so much like what stands out to me the most, the memory I have, is that Prince was always the leader on the mic. And Rosie is like one of the most like first memories of standing, like him giving the mic to someone else. You're going to be on stage with me, right? You're not in the background, right? It's like you're next to me. And as you can, I hope you can hear the passion in my conversation around Nothing Compares to You. And I just remember him reclaiming it and them talking to each other. So like what was once this one voice telling the story, because when St. Paul sang it, which is beautiful on the Families album, it's like there's this acoustic, male dominated voice in it. Then Sinead O'Connor, where everybody remembers the video, it's just her beautiful face and her singing the song, also not so much instrumental behind it. And then Prince is like, let me take back my song for a minute and let me
turn it into an R&B song.
Yes. And then this call and response between him and Rosie. So I'd love to hear your take on, what shows up for you in this conversation as Prince as the diamond and Rosie as the pearl.
I think Rosie is just a part of a long lineage of Black women vocalists that, for me, it reminds me of like going to church or, it's just certain, even like if I think back to my mom in certain ways of just this like a tone in the voice and a nurturing or something that it just makes me comfortable. Uh, I'm trying to articulate what I'm thinking, but it's just a part of a thing that I think to me, Black people, we've always had this in our music, whether it's a male vocalist or a female vocalist, is a certain soul. Uh, it's a feeling that you just born with. And so it's not only that your mom is an exceptional singer, it's just the way that she sings it. It speaks to us. So it doesn't, to me, it's like they could have took any song, to be quite honest. Her voice is going to shine through no matter what she does because it's a part of, it's a part of us, man. It's like it's an easy thing to identify. It feels good. It's just like it's almost like syrup or something on a pancake. It's you could get up in the morning and your grandma or whoever is making it, and you're like, man, I'm about to have some good ass breakfast. It's comfortable. Oh, thank you. And I'm gonna feel so you're gonna be like, you good. And that feeling can come under a lot of different things you can do. But I think just Rosie Gaines, her voice, I think that's when Prince heard it. He's like, please, yeah, she's gonna be on all we going in this going in. I'm just only guessing, we going in the lab. Like, are you kidding? And so her voice shines through on a lot of stuff. I'm not changing the subject, but to say when I hear her voice, the song that really speaks to me with Rosie's voice in a weird way is Jam of the Year. It's just like when I heard her voice on there, I was like, oh, I'm at home. Like, yo, this is a no-brainer. You hear her voice, it's like, okay, I can get with this. And I just think when she came onto the scene with Prince with Diamonds and Pearls, I didn't know who she was, but it was just the immediate no-brainer, like, oh, yo, she's blowing, like, she sounds great, and the contrast between their voices, flawless, it's just like, you know, to me, I put it in the same way you would have, Shaka Khan or, Angie Stone or Aretha or something. It's that type of voice, and, it's so yeah, it's us. That's how I say it. It's us. It's the voice that you don't hear much in music today, unfortunately, because it probably doesn't look how they would want it to look. But if we were to just go by how we felt, all songs should be like that. It's a certain frequency in her voice that would calm our Black asses down, or anybody. I'm speaking to everybody. It would calm us down a little bit and give us some balance between everything else that's going on. And really, a voice like Rosie's is what's missing from music. It's in period, to calm us down a little bit and to relax. It's like, nigga, relax. Like, come on and get something. I'm just like, whether it was to relax or to love, but it's that certain kind of, that she has that, man. And I love that Prince recognized that and allowed her space to do her thing. So.
Yeah, and it's the range, right? Like this range that
Mm.
was funky, it was soulful. I
Yeah,
know
it was.
Toya, you want to talk about mom and rapping a little bit, but we were talking about she's like, no,
Yeah, no.
okay, Robin and I were talking about this, and I look, Push. I give her credit on
I thought she
Push.
was great. I thought she was great
Push.
at rapping. I did.
I love Push. Listen, I was, Push. Push wins.
Uh-oh.
We can't hear you, Toya. Are you on mute?
Oh, she's not on mute.
Okay, there you are.
Nope.
No.
No, we still can't hear you. Is that us or you? Okay. Nope.
No. You're unmuted on our side.
Muted or something? Huh.
Are you wearing earbuds? Like maybe
No.
No?
That's a necklace.
I don't know what happened. Oh my Lord.
Let me tell you something right now. I'm gonna promise you. We doing Zoom next time. I'm sticking to what I know.
Maybe
I'm sticking
come out
to
of
what I know.
maybe take yourself out and come back in. Maybe reset your audio or something.
Okay. She's gonna come back.
Yeah, I would love to hear Toya's commentary on her mom rapping, and she gave Robin and I
Right.
the question, well, how would you like it if your mom rapped?
And
And I was like,
"Oh,
my
no,
mother
never
is from
mind."
Trinidad. It's gonna be a soca song. Sorry, it's not gonna be a hip hop song. My mother would be a soca artist, right? It's not gonna be hip hop. But no, we were talking about Push, and I love Push. It works. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Now we can
Yes,
hear you perfect.
you're
Thank
back.
you,
It was,
Toya.
you know what it was. My mom called me while you guys were talking, and I think
Oh.
when she called, it just messed up my whole microphone and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Hi, Rosie.
but everybody don't know. My mom she's been a rapper since the 80s. Her
Really?
first album that came out on Epic Records, she had a song on it called Schoolology. It was a complete rap song, and she
What?
sung her own hook. So she's a female rapper too, but I was like opposed to it because it's my mom. You know, you be embarrassed when you a kid, your mom rapping. You like, hey, now come on, now don't.
But you know what? It makes sense though, because she was very natural with it. It was like a natural. It was a natural flow. Like I can't explain.
Your mom
It
was
never
from the
bothered me.
true
I
school,
always thought
old
she
school
was
rap.
actually good.
Yeah, she performed that rap song on Soul Train in the 80s.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, sure. Wow. Okay.
Yes.
What was her name? What did she go by when she was rapping back?
She was Rosie still.
Rosie,
She was Rosie Gaines, but she just rapped. Once they started rapping real like in the 80s, she said I could do that too. So that's what she made rap songs. My first song I ever did with her was a rap song. I rapped it and sung the hook too. It's called Be Yourself. And I was like 4, and we did it on the 8-track.
Oh,
So
wow.
Oh, wow, an 8-track.
So she
Wow.
started me off rapping and singing too, but I could write raps, but I'm not a rapper. I don't want to be a rapper. I'm a singer. So, but she loved to rap.
Wow.
I thought she was good at it. Okay, so we have some questions from the audience. I just want to get to a couple of those since we asked people to submit. Okay, so this is our friend Steve. It says, Toya, I learned on the official Prince podcast that much like Prince, Rosie Gaines was a multi-instrumentalist. How early in her career did she begin playing multiple instruments?
She immediately played piano when she sang as a little girl at 4. So after she went from the piano, she went to the guitar. She self-taught she taught herself how to play everything, bass, drums. She went about the time she was like in, I think like junior high, she started playing the saxophones and the flutes and all that stuff. So by the time she was in high school, she pretty much played everything. And she taught herself how to play everything. Her ear is just crazy. So she could pick up an instrument, and once she figure out where the notes are on it, she could play it.
Wow.
So were your grandparents also musical? Is this like a family lineage thing?
No, my grandmother used to sing in a choir. My mom didn't sing in church. So people think that she did and stuff. She did not. So my mom was never a church singer. My grandpa bought my mom her first piano, and he just saw that like she was always singing and stuff. Before she could talk good, she was singing and humming and doing things, but it was in key, it was in tune. My cousin's baby is like that right now. Her little son, he is
His
in
daughter.
tune, even though he don't talk. He's only one, but when he's singing, he's in tune. So I'm like, oh, he got it. He's
That
gonna
was
be
your
a singer.
daughter.
Right. So it's like, so she, she taught herself how to do everything. It's phenomenal. My grandparents don't do music. They took the role as the manager, and they turned the whole band, the whole family, because my grandma had 8 kids. So she said, hey, all of y'all gonna play an instrument. And they used to throw parties and charge people to come to the parties, and they would play cover and original songs, and so they were like like the Jacksons. You know what I mean? Growing up, and just my mom took it all the way. The rest of my aunts and uncles, they didn't like take music that serious. After they wasn't forced to do it anymore, they didn't do it anymore. So she's the one who just stuck to it.
Oh, nice.
And she's the baby, and she's the baby of the family. So
I love this question. Have you ever thought about covering one of your mom's songs? I actually saw a video of you on, it was like a cruise or some sort of Prince fan event where you were singing with, I think, that guy Martin or something. And I was like, oh, she's amazing. That's when I first discovered your voice.
Yes. I did. The song that I wanted to redo of my mom's is called Gone Too Far. It came out on her Caring album on Epic. So I want to redo that one because it's real old school, give you that good old 50s feel to it, the music, and and I would love, like, I could see a really nice video to that song. And to me, the song didn't get recognition the way it should have, because she ended up getting shelved really on Epic. So I just think the song is like a phenomenal hit. If you haven't heard it, you guys should listen to it. It's called Gone Too Far, and it's on her Caring album. So I wanted to redo that one.
Let's see. I'm just looking at
I was looking at questions. So what is your mom's favorite song that you is it that one? Is that your favorite song that she's put forth?
Oh no, I can't even begin to pick a favorite song.
No, so she's a favorite child
of my mom's, because I heard so many songs you guys have not even heard. Like it's infinite. I used to sing in background for my mom and also write for her too. Like that's how I learned how to write and stuff, because she had a studio in the house and I would be at band rehearsal with her. I was in the clubs at 5 and 6 years old with her, singing her background. I got to sing background and open a glam slam with her too. But I have been doing that most of my life, singing her background. And so I heard so many songs that I can't tell you a favorite. She's just it just depends on like what day of the week and what genre she's messing with at the moment. So it's hard for me to just pinpoint a favorite song. That's like asking y'all what's your favorite Prince song.
Yeah.
Anesthesia.
It's hard. Yes,
it is hard, but Anesthesia still wins. It does, but it is hard. It is hard, but I always land on Anesthesia. That's the one that gets me, regardless if it was live or in person. Steve is giving a shout out right here, and listen.
That's kind of shady, Steve, but
he said she was the best rapper in the group.
Listen.
There you go.
Oh my God! Why y'all gotta stop?
No comment.
And let me tell you,
but when her and
Rosie
Prince
came out and did
used
push,
to rap,
danced and sang. I mean, come on. That's
when
not,
her and
that's not
Prince
easy
both
to
used
do.
to rap, I used to be embarrassed when they both used to rap. I'm not gonna lie. I hated the Horny Pony song. I hated the Horny Pony dance. I hated I was like, please don't do that with me in the club. I'm not doing it. Don't look at me when you do it. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. Oh my God. Y'all gotta understand, like, I'm her daughter. So I'm like, what the hell? A horny pony.
Pony.
And then the dance.
And you're like at that age. It's that age. Like, oh God, everything your mother does when you're like 12 is embarrassing anyway.
So did Rebellion show up? Like, were you listening to like Snoop Dogg and Tupac?
She
and
wasn't.
Biggie? Like,
now
how
see,
did
that
Rebellion
was
show
the thing. she didn't allow me to listen to gangster rap music. She would like my
Okay.
grandma either. I would have to listen to that stuff in secret. And what's so crazy is
funny.
I ended up doing lots of hooks for all of these gangster rappers from the West Coast. So and
Okay.
she wasn't too thrilled that I chose to go that way, but that way was giving me work. So I was like, hey, you know, you got to go where the work is at. You know what I mean? But she was like, no, I can't believe you. She never wanted me to take part in that. And that kind of hip hop.
That's funny because at a certain time, that's how people saw Prince.
Right.
Like you couldn't, like my grandmother and them, Prince.
Yeah, yes, because of how he
Yeah,
looked. They
get
didn't
out
want
of
you
here.
listening to his
Yeah.
Put some
music.
clothes on.
And it was too
Yep.
sexy.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. So, Michael, I know I haven't shared this story with you. I think Robin knows this one. So my mother buys me the cassette single of Sexy MF. Now I hadn't heard it. I just knew that Prince had released it. Now I was in college. I was like a freshman in college, and I go home, play it, and he's just going off. And my mother burst into my room, and it was like $4. You know he spent $4 on this? And she went off. And what is he jerking off on this one? This is ridiculous, Prince. I can't believe it.
You need to send it to me.
Yeah, it really sounded like this is ridiculous, Prince. I can't believe you're doing this. You're jerking off on this one. It was really bad. And she was so mad. And I was like, but the horn section is fire.
Yeah.
And that's almost like King Prince to me at that point. I mean, compared to what he used to be like.
Listen, and that's funny. Then the Robin knows this side of the story. So that was Sexy MF, but I cannot tell you how many times she came into my room when Head was playing, and she kept talking like it was normal. And I'm like, all right, she came in and Head is on, and he's like morning, noon, and night, and I'm just like, yeah, Ma, you know,
what he was saying.
well, she couldn't hear that.
I didn't listen to that either. I wasn't allowed to hear that song. Nope.
Listen. So it's interesting what triggers parents over the time. And somebody mentioned about Brittany talked about parental advisories. Typical and her nonsense messing me up.
Yeah. So Michael, I know you had told me that you may have to dart off at some point soon. If you need to,
actually okay. I'm good though. Right, we're good. Thank you.
Okay, well, we're not gonna keep you guys here forever, but we are having a good time talking to you. If you just need, if you're like, you know what, ladies, we gotta go. Just let me know.
Oh, no, I'm here with some sisters. I'm good.
Listen. Oh, Shun, I hear you, man. My mom would not let me hear Sexy MF until it was dubbed with screams. That's hilarious.
This is a good question. Have you and your mother had the opportunity to watch the special edition Blu-ray material? If so, what was your first reaction to it?
Good question.
No, we haven't. We didn't watch that together yet. We didn't get any of the stuff that they put out. We don't. We have to like go buy it ourselves, I guess.
What?
So nobody sent it to us.
Wow.
I did have.
And you let Stacey take that?
Rodney
No, it's not the Stacey Deluxe.
He sent me the Blu-ray clips of them performing in Glam Slam and stuff, though. So I did get to see some of it, but no, we don't have it.
They did not send you like your mom is all over it.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope,
Wow.
they didn't. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Side eye.
That's horrible. Like, are you kidding me?
Yes,
No.
I agree, Martin. That's sad, really. It is.
All right, I want to ask my friend from Sony, like, to fix that if possible. I can't promise, but that is ridiculous. It's okay if you can't send it to me, but they got to send it to you. That's ridiculous.
You know, it's
Wow.
just this industry stuff. I guess it's just I'm used to when you start dealing with the industry part of the industry. It makes you not even want to deal with the industry. You know what I mean? So I don't, it was just like whatever.
I know. And let me say this: she lived it, right? This is her life.
I mean,
this
we
is not,
lived it. That most certain. Nobody see. That's the whole thing. No matter what anybody does, they could never take away what she contributed to
absolutely.
Prince's legacy ever.
Absolutely.
Nobody. So
Let me ask you a question. I'm not going to labor on this, but just so we clear, Your mom was on the podcast, right?
She what?
Y'all was on the podcast they just had, right?
Uh-huh.
Promoting the album and stuff. That's her on the video and all that. But y'all didn't get the actual box set in the mail.
Nope.
Got it.
That is insane.
Wow. Okay.
No, we did not.
You're gonna have to write that wrong. You're gonna have to write that wrong. Okay. All right. Listen, like, and thank you for that. Thank you for that brutal truth, because it looks so glamorous sometimes, and you would think that, you know, the reward would be set, but it's not always there, you know. But just know it gets there's a lot of commentary coming in about this. Yes, the industry trash. I roll. I hear that, Ashwin.
I'm gonna tell you though, it's just like, this is why nobody has seen my mom since Prince's death. She opted out of everything. She really didn't want any parts of all the stuff that's been taking place and going on, because she felt like it was just it wasn't done properly and it wasn't right, and just just the way everything had been happening since he passed. She just didn't want to have any parts of it. Like, she really passed out. She passed down a lot of money and stuff. She's like, no, she passed on it because she just felt like it was more of a disservice to his legacy and to him, the way things were being handled, and just being on the inside and knowing him and knowing, really how he dealt with people, who he dealt with, who he didn't, and then watching how everything rolled out. She just opted out. She was just like, no.
I mean, I
Their
think the
relationship
loyalty
is very genuine and personal, and they had such a great respect for one another that for her the money was not worth the disrespect, because for her it was like disrespectful. She was just like, no, I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing it. So,
And I think that's another endearing piece about your mom. There's an authenticity there, right? Because even within Prince's passing, many people who we thought, I talked to Toya about the auction that's happening,
yeah, I
and
didn't
there's a
even know
lot.
about that.
Yeah, Prince clearly gave people certain items, from his, whether it's from Under the Cherry Moon or, different videos, and to see them on the auction block. And all I can think about is, I wonder how this person acquired it. Was it from a space of love? Was it from a space of, keep this and remember me? And then it ends up on the auction block and being sold.
I mean, people, some people, money means more than a sentiment to a lot of people. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? So, and
People
it's
be
sad,
people.
but
Yeah.
it's sad, but that's what it is. My mom
Yeah.
and Prince relationship came from a very genuine place. They were very close to each other. They were very, I like to say that they had a marriage in music, because they did. Um, they had a partnership in music, and it tied in personally to like family. You know what I mean? So it was just like, he used to come over to the house and record. He didn't do that everywhere. He didn't really fool with people like that. You know what I mean? That spoke in volumes, like that he had that kind of trust. And that's why he would showcase her so much too, because their relationship was more than business. It was like a family, setting with him and her.
I mean,
And
he wrote with her. I mean, she's a major songwriter in his
yes.
world. I mean, Diamonds and Pearls, which is our title track here within this reissue, your mom is on that. She's as the songwriter.
Well,
And
like
and like
Pain, my mom wrote Pain before she came there. My mom wrote Streetwalker before she came there. She did that early 80s. It's a lot of her material that when she came, people forget she already had a career. She already had material. So he heard a lot of her stuff, and the stuff that he liked, that he felt like it didn't get recognition, or she didn't put it out. He did it with her, and they put it in the vault. So that's what, because he was planning on doing lots of projects with her, but she was impatient and she left because it wasn't happening fast enough for her to get her solo thing from him. But he just wanted her to stay with him because they had such a good partnership. And he understood she wanted to be solo, but for her was like, I need to do it now. and you're not trying to let me do it now, so I'm gonna have to leave. So that's why she left, because it's like all kind of rumors about why she left and stuff too, which was not true. She left because she wasn't getting her solo spot fast enough the way she wanted to.
Right. And
I think she would have gladly
too.
went on tour with him and opened for him. Maybe if he would have allowed her that, but he wanted to keep her in the band. You know what I mean? So that's what that whole thing was with that.
Well, okay, I have a question about that, because I know that she came back, she came back she was in the year 2000 New Year's Eve special. Didn't she? She was in that.
She never stopped dealing with him. She never stopped performing with him. But as far as like touring, like she would show up and do shows here and there all over the world with him in certain spots and places. But as far as being in the band in MPG and dedicating all that time, she wanted to do that on her own. She wanted to dedicate her time to her own thing, and then she went and signed that deal with Motown, which was a huge mistake. But because it got taken over and stuff, like the same people it was a lot of hands being changed in the company when she got there. So Motown ended up folding. You know what I mean? So she just had some really bad breaks in the industry part after she left Prince, but she never stopped dealing with Prince. They never stopped talking. They never stopped creating together. They never stopped performing together. That didn't stop until she got sick. Then it stopped. But they didn't stop because they had differences or she didn't want to work with him no more. Like, that's not, she kept working with him all the way up until she didn't work anymore.
There was a question about the gangster rap that you want.
Oh yeah, so I posted. Someone had made a comment or a question. How did Prince feel about gangster rap at the time that your mom was saying like you can't listen to it? Like, I know he changed his feelings about rap, but I feel like he probably was still not completely down with the whole like hardcore gangster stuff. But like, did he ever talk to you about that? Huh? Oh, did we lose her? Oh no, she's gone. Toya, if you hear us, sign out and sign back in. So Maury's never going to use this platform again, Michael Dean.
I said go Zoom.
He told me that he uses StreamYard.
Now you're going to blame Michael?
He's like, I found it on my own, and I mentioned it to him yesterday.
Listen,
I'm still kind of
going beautifully, and
I don't want to have a bad attitude, but all of that about them not getting the thing, that kind of that don't sit right in the spirit, man.
Sorry, that was
my mom. My mom called. That was my mom calling because I'm not answering.
Oh, mom okay?
So she's
right?
fine. She called, but we talk around this time every day. So she called the first time. I didn't answer. She probably thinks something wrong, so she called back. But I'll call her when we're done. Yeah, it's just crazy that she keep calling while we're in this talking about her. Like, I wish I could just click her in, like, but
we would love that. But we respect her wishes as well, and we love Rosie. And so Robin and I are going to be putting together our presentations into an article, Toya, and of course we're going to come back to you around in your voice in that space as well, because we just love Rosie, and I hope that's clear to you.
Yes.
We've been on, we love her. The impact is real.
I know that the Prince community, like, I know you guys love my mom, and I could have really raised a lot of sand dealing with the estate and stuff through you guys all, because you guys love her so much. But I'm trying to be very respectful of Prince and her legacy, and I just want everything to be done with class, and and I just feel like God knows what's happening. Everything will play out the way it needs to, as far as
will make
for her.
Your footstool. Don't worry about it.
But
will make your enemies your footstool, and they
will
watch
she definitely know that you all love her, and that's why I agree to anytime anybody asks me to come represent her, I do, for the purpose of all the real genuine love that she has from all of you guys, and she loves all of you guys right back. So I just feel like it's my duty to fill in, you know, where she can't, and in her honor. So if you guys are going to honor her, I'm going to show up, of course. You know, so I just appreciate that so much, that she's not forgotten, and that she's really well loved by, you know, the Prince community.
Absolutely.
Okay, like, I'm still thinking about the fact that they did not send this to her.
Look, you guys are mad. No, look, no.
Like, my head is like on fire. Like, I mean, you know, I understand what you're saying, like trying to be respectful, but they need to be respectful of you. Like, your mom.
They do, but you know what? You know, like I said, this for me, all of this is embedded in the makeup of who I am, to be born into this. Like, how many people could say I'm born and I'm attached to an icon, to a legacy, to somebody that the world loves, that's beloved to the world, someone who's that loved, that genuinely loved us back. So I have to, like, look at it from that perspective and just be peaceful about everything, that even the things I don't like, because no one could ever come in and take that away from my mom, from me.
You can't rewrite the history.
Right. No money, no sitting on the money, no whatever y'all think y'all doing. It's not going to make us bitter about this experience of life. Amen. Because this has been life-changing for us. You know, Prince changed the course of our lives. Even though my mom was already out there, she already had a major deal, you know, him being introduced to her, Levi hooking them up like that. Like, Levi, we owe Levi a lot. Levi used to be in my mom's band too. So you guys know, before Prince, they already knew each other. So it's like, for him to come back for her, you know, it speaks in volumes about Levi. So I love Levi to death, because without Levi, our lives would not be this. This would not have been our legacy, you know. And my mom, even though she was phenomenal, she would not have made the waves that she made, being connected and being with Prince. You know, she even thanks Levi and Prince. She says Prince made her singing range even go bigger and higher, because the push he gave her, you know. So he enhanced her as an artist, and I think she enhanced him also, as an artist, because it just took him on a different journey when they had an introduction, you know.
And how did they connect? Is Levi also out of Oakland, the Bay Area?
I have a question about that. So, like, yeah, it seems like the Prince had a connection to Oakland. Like, it seemed like Oakland was also kind of almost like another Minneapolis, and that there was like all this talent. Like, Sheila E. is from there, Levi's from there, Nico Weaver's from there. Like, what is it?
Tony is from there.
Hey,
but Steve, what you gotta understand is my mom's from Pittsburgh, but Oakland was the big scene for music. So my mom moved to Oakland because that's where the nightlife, the clubs, the Dock of the Bay, the Yoshi's, like all the big clubs that all of these big artists used to perform in the Chitlin circuit before they had these deals. MC Hammer, you know, Hammer was the first rapper to sign a multi-million-dollar contract. You know what I mean? Stanley, MC Hammer. And my mom used to tell me stories about how he would come in the club and shut the whole club down with his demo and his dancers before he even got a deal. So see, Oakland was a special magic place like that. Like, if you had some talent, you could go and do a club, you could go and do the festival at the lake. You will be seen and heard by people from LA. So Oakland was drawing, you know, people to it because of the immaculate talent that Oakland had to offer. Even Beyonce, before she got a deal, she had to come to West Oakland, and she was working with Dwayne Wiggins with Destiny's Child when they couldn't get a deal, you know, and he handed them over to Wycliffe. So Oakland is very prominent. The Bay Area, even though they blackball the hell out of us, like, we have no market here. People come here because we have original talent, and we're innovators. And they steal from us, and they take it back wherever they from. But you know, and they don't give us our props.
Is huge. I'm on the West Coast, so I already know, like,
because you can't stop what come out of the Bay. Like, we have immaculate talent, and very, like, we have icons that come from here. You know what I mean? From the Bay Area, period.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Santana's
the
from the Bay
Oakland stroke
Area.
is strong.
Right.
Very, very Tony of you. Yes, the Oakland stroke. Yes.
Yeah.
From
JT
Tony's
the bigger bigger.
revival
I know
album.
all that cats from that area.
Right. And there's a lot of big people. Carlos Santana's from the Bay Area.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
George Lucas is from the Bay Area. I mean, it
Right.
just goes, we have a lot of talent out here. It's crazy.
That's what's up. So,
Mhm.
Toy, I want to talk about a little bit of fun. So, when Robin and I first met, we'd be on the phone having these type of nerdy conversations about Prince. And one thing I used to do, just redundantly, just watch the video for the Get Off house mix.
We used to watch videos together
all the time. The Violet the Organ Grinder,
like over the
and
phone,
Gangsta Glam. So again, with the rapping, if you want to see me be nerdy in a moment, put Gangsta Glam on.
No.
I get really nerdy about Gangsta Glam.
Violet the Organ Grinder. You've seen me dance
Violet
really
the Organ
drunk.
Grinder.
I got to be there when they shot
On the
Gangsta
dance
Glam
floor.
too.
I'm a mess.
You were there.
I was there. I was there when
house
they
version
shot
Get
Get
Off.
Off. I was there when they shot Gangster Glam. I was there when they
Talk to us about
shot
Gangsta
Bridge,
Glam was like so
the
much
movie.
fun. I was like,
I got to be there. It was fun. Gangster Glam, to me, Gangster Glam was the funnest video shoot because they were just like really playing. They were rollerblading. That was like in front of Paisley, and then they went to Prince's house around the pool, and they, that's where you had the famous suspenders with the bikini briefe.
What did you think when you saw that in real time? Like,
well, I mean, honestly, I was by that time I'm used to Prince. It's Prince. Like Prince is gonna do his Prince thing. Like that's something you.
So there was a time. How
you
old
just
are you?
accept it. You just accept that it's Prince. Like, huh?
Around how old are you, Toya, at this point when Gangsta Glam is dropping? How old are you watching Prince?
When Gangsta Glam, Get Off the stuff came out, I believe that was like 92, right? 91, 92?
Yeah, 91, 92, yep.
So I was in the 9th going to the 10th grade.
Okay.
Yeah,
She's
when
like,
that came out. So me and Prince's dad. So me, Prince's dad, we were in the parking lot watching them rollerblade back and forth and film Gangster Glam and watching the cameras, how they set it up where the camera rolled across the parking lot with them and followed them, and then all of the 3 cars and my mom dancing, and I was like, Mom, why you keep making that goofy face with and then when they were when they were like all around her and rapping, they were dancing and rapping, and she was like making these weird faces. It was just fun. That was a fun day. That was a fun because it wasn't a serious shoot. It was like a laid back, kickback. They took it from Paisley Park to Prince's house then we went and filmed in front of the Glam Slam, and you know what I mean? So it was like a real kickback of a video shoot that day. They had a lot of fun that day.
Yeah, and and everybody who knows this video, we get past the last scene where like Prince is like lifting the girl's breast up and down, and then we see this girl doing belly dance, and I remember watching that. No, I'm gonna get us into trouble. On my tape, but we didn't know who she was, and I was like, "What is this old footage? What is Prince watching? Some old Eric channel? What is this?"
We were very.
And then he was obsessed with Aunt Esther from Fred Sanford,
and Aunt Esther, yes,
in that era. For some reason, he was obsessed with. I was like, "What?"
The fans.
He was upset. He had her up on a He would put her up on a projector and just have her like when they rehearsing and everything. And have her just saying, "Hold it, Fred." And I'm like, what in the world why is he obsessed with Aunt Esther? Like, he was so obsessed with her for a period. I was just like, why? It was funny though. He had his moments where he was really, really goofy, fouling my mom's fingernails and, just doing a lot of extra little cute, funny stuff to show you he has he's very serious, but he had a real goofy side also.
Yeah, that's what I love about Gangsta Glam. I think it just looked like Prince was just having fun. And like,
having a lot. They was having a lot of fun that day.
They were having
fun. And his dad was there. And his dad had fun watching too. So
how was it from your vantage point, the relationship between Prince and his dad at that time?
Prince was really, as far as he was very private. And see, this is one of the things I miss about old school stars too. They left some mystery for you.
sure.
They didn't live their whole life on the camera. You see every single thing. Like being mysterious will work for you. It really will. So with his, like, he wasn't real. He was open with my mom about his relationships with everybody in the family. But around just like general, a lot of people, me and plus I was a kid, so you know there's certain things you don't talk about around kids and things like that. But he was like very respectful of his father around me. What I saw, you know, he loved and respected his father very much so. And he wanted his approval.
Okay.
He did. He wanted his father's approval because his father was a musician. You know what I mean? So he basically followed in his father and his mom saying too, Maddie. So he kind of followed in their footsteps. You know what I'm saying? So of course he wanted them to be proud of what he was doing. You know what I mean?
I like that you
Did
said
his
that because
mom
a
come
lot of
around
times we
often
don't get
also?
to hear about
I'm sorry,
that.
Mike.
Like I like that you said that because a lot of time we don't get to hear that kind of with Prince and his dad, and like he was proud. He wanted his dad to approval of that. I think that's an
Yes.
interesting thing about Prince, his father. You get to see little pictures once in a while. He's in the background, but you never really get to hear like. You know,
When I went to Paisley in June, they played a song with him and his father playing the piano. I cried.
Okay.
Just because I've been around them both together, you know, and they're both gone. And just, just the thought of, wow, maybe they're together right now because he was very much so wanting his father to be proud of his work and bringing your parents to something you created like Paisley Park. Like you built your own empire here. You own your own masters now. You shoot your own videos now. You're not waiting on Warner Brothers. You're not waiting on Sony. You're not waiting on somebody to tell you when to go. That had to be a big, huge, proud moment for him to be able to show that to his parents. You know what I mean? Because that was a huge accomplishment for any artist to be able to accomplish.
Yeah, we were at the second celebration after Prince's passing, and Sheila E was there.
I wasn't there.
And Rachel and I is the we.
I didn't go.
We missed you, Robin. And Sheila E talked about basically right after Purple Rain, he tells her that he bought his own studio. Would she like to see it? So of course she says yes. And they're dressed from head to toe in 80s regalia. She's in heels and a fur, and he's looking like Prince did in 84, 85. And he drives her out, and they begin in Minneapolis, and then it gets more suburban, and she starts seeing cows and tall grass. And he ends up taking her to this big open plain, and he's like, you like it? And she's like, okay. And she's like, come. He's like, come with me. And her heels are going into the dirt, and he's like, this is it. This is the studio. And she's just like, okay. And he's like, come over here. This is Studio A. And she's walking in the grass, and then she goes to the next. He's like, come over here. This is Studio B. And then he's like, come over this way. This is where the sound stage is going to be. And now she's telling us this story fast forward in 2017. And we're in the sound stage. And it was such a conversation around how Prince set vision. And we had Andre Simone show earlier on, like during in 2020, when we first started off. And Andre talked about how Prince would draw pictures of this massive studio that he owned. So
and he had it hanging on his
wall. He had it hanging on the wall.
And he said he said when he saw Paisley Park, it actually looked like the drawings that Prince used to do.
So such a testimony to setting vision, such a testimony to answering the call and being courageous. And when you go to Paisley Park, to think that Prince, he built that from scratch. This is not somebody who had like the silver spoon and was handed an inheritance. No, this is somebody who actually worked tirelessly within a vision for their life. Like he did it like, my life depends on this. If I don't do this, I will starve.
Right.
Type of attitude.
And he did everything like that though. He gave everything 1,000%. Everything. People don't understand how much sacrifice he made to become who he was. Which is why he expected everyone who he employed to be just as much sacrificial as him, because it was his vision, and he did work very hard to get it to where it was. And that's how come to me is very detrimental on what they do with it today. Because I'm like, this is someone's whole life. This is not just about the music he made and making some money. This was his whole life that he dedicated to this. So you have to honor, what he did and keep it the way he would keep it going. To me, that's the most important thing, about his legacy living and moving forward, is that it's going to move forward the way he would push it forward. Not the way anybody else would think it should go or should be. It should go how he wants it. And that's just my opinion. From me being there, from me watching how much work goes into being a Prince, an icon, a Rosie Gaines, a MPG, the sleepless, tireless, always on the road, never getting rest, working constantly, consistently. Like you can't take someone's legacy that they dedicated their whole life to like that and not honor it. You know, like I just and I I was kind of angry, about a couple of things that had happened when he passed and how things went about and stuff. But that's all I could be, is angry about it. You know what I mean? 'Cause I don't have any power or control over anything. But I just hope that everybody think about that. I hope they all think about this man dedicated his entire being to who he was. So I hope that they respect that. You know what I mean? And really protect his legacy.
Yeah, and you're actually speaking to why we're doing what we're doing, and I'm sure Michael can comment here as well. And thank you for coming on and telling us your story, because this is how we keep the legacy going. Because I'm confident
Yes.
after we're long and gone from this earth, just like how I discovered Jimi Hendrix. I was Jimi Hendrix and I actually share a birthday, November 27th, coming up.
Oh
And
wow.
I got intrigued by that, and I started following Jimi Hendrix, and he's like one of my favorite artists, and like was not in my time. I'm confident that there will be boys and girls down the road past our time who are going to be like, oh, June 7th, okay, Prince, who's that? And my goal, I mean, and this is definitely the nerdy educator in me, is to make sure that his legacy lives way beyond, and what people can really understand, like what it takes to become an icon, and that you can be from Minneapolis and put Minneapolis on the map. Because I mean, we have Bob Dylan from Minneapolis, and then we have Prince Rogers Nelson, and I'm clear who made Minneapolis, right? And
Prince made Minneapolis Princeapolis.
yes, they
It's
should
a
just
whole
change the
thing
name.
now. When you go in Minneapolis around his celebration time, it's totally Prince Town.
It is
That's like
completely.
that speaks in volumes itself. You know what I mean? So he definitely made Minneapolis his playground. It was his world.
Okay, so Toya, we got one last question for you. Franklin, we're gonna close with your awesome question, because we want to remember Prince at his highest and his funniest, because he did have a great sense of humor. Toya, what's the coolest or funniest memory you had with Prince?
Oh, that's hard. That's hard to say because he was very he was like spontaneous with his humor. It would come out of nowhere. It'll be a very serious moment, and then he'll just turn around and hit you with something you totally don't expect for him to say. So it was a lot of moments that he had like that, because he was such an aura. Like he was he was so small, but he'll walk into a place and he just would fill up the whole entire room. It don't matter who was in there. He's taking the whole thing over just by not even saying anything. So to be honest with you, a lot of the funniest moments I had with Prince was just looks. He didn't even have to say
Okay, you got to
nothing.
give
It
us
was
the
just
look. What's the look?
I can't do it. I can't give you them looks.
That's like Jamie Foxx. Don't look in his
Hey,
eyes. Come on now.
only he can do those looks, okay? Like,
The
but
shady looks.
everybody and anybody who knows him, they know what I'm talking about. It was the look. It was the look. He didn't have to say nothing. He would walk in. You would know if he looking at you like you know if he clowning you or whoever, or just with the look.
Right.
And the shady cameraman always caught him doing that during award shows. If y'all pay attention, They always
Oh,
call
yes.
them looks.
When Halle Berry gets her award, oh my
Girl,
Lord,
when certain people would hit bad notes, them looks, you couldn't stop them looks now. He would give it, he wouldn't say nothing, but that look said it all. So most of our funny moments was the looks, mainly him looking at me for touching stuff I wasn't supposed to be messing with and stuff. Just him catching me like with the look, like yeah, like I don't even gotta like what the hell you in here doing? Where did Toya go? She too quiet. Wait, what's going on around here?
Hilarious. Man.
Yes, so that's what the funny. And my mom, him and my mom had it wasn't funny because my mom broke her she broke her tailbone, but it was funny when she told me about the argument they had. So he wanted her to wear these big old bell bottoms, right? I don't know if you all remember. So these bell bottoms she even wore in Graffiti Bridge. She had the blue with the lace over it, and then it was some huge bell bottoms. So they had to do a show, and she was like, I don't want to wear these bell bottoms. And he was like, but they look good on you. And she was like, I don't want to wear them though. They too big, and I'm stepping on them, and and they kind of had a little back and forth, and he like, you wearing the bell bottoms. So the lights was off, and they had to come get on the stage, and my mom tripped down the stairs. You could totally hear she grabbed onto the drum cymbal, so you could totally hear the cymbal clashing and clicking as she fall down the stairs, and then she fall all the way down to the bottom, and then you just hear her go, oh. It's not funny because she hurt herself, but it's funny now because she's fine, right? But it was funny to hear it. It was funny. I'm sorry, it was funny. It's my mom. It was funny. She was
Prince's
mad.
reaction? You put her in the salty bell bottoms.
What was his reaction? Bell bottoms. But but it was. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was funny. She was mad. She get mad when you laugh at it, but if it's funny, it's funny. I'm sorry. It was funny.
What was his reaction? Was he like?
I mean, he felt bad, of course, that she got hurt, but the show had to go on. The show went on. She didn't get seen until after the show was over by the doctor, and then found out she had broken her tailbone. Like he
was still playing and singing with a broken tailbone.
Yes, and he also was still performing when he broke his hip from jumping off the speaker.
Oh wow! Oh
yeah, they don't. When they say
the show must go
on, iconic, they mean that. That really it's gonna go on no matter what.
Wow.
Man.
Wow.
And on that note,
incredible story.
Toya Gaines.
Yay!
Thank you, Mikey Jean. Thank you for jumping in with us.
My pleasure. It's great.
So the last thing, okay, we're gonna try another little Kahoot, but it's not gonna be that.
Oh Lord!
It's not a quiz. Honestly, okay, so to our viewers,
she's on her own with this one.
No, listen, to our viewers, right? Like, it took us a long time to revamp the show, reboot the show.
Oh, yeah, this is a good question.
This is a good question. We want to know, like, we need to be inspired. At least I needed to be inspired. I listened to the podcast, and like just hearing Rosie's voice, like I said, inspired me to like, okay, yeah, let's do this and reach out to Toya. So I want to know, like, from our viewers, fans, whatever, like, what do you want to see next? Like, what should we do next? And we'll make it happen. I'm not going to say a date yet because I'm non-committal.
But Toya inspired me about Levi.
Oh, Levi.
Levi is a very good person if you can get him.
That's what I got out of this.
He is the historian of been through so many Prince bands.
Right. All right.
Yes. Well, so he would be a very good person for you to talk to.
All right. Let's see. So I'm going to also ask our audience to give us like an idea also of what they would see, but we'll definitely write down Levi. And does he give it? He doesn't really give that many interviews.
That's why I'd be interested in hearing his voice. I'd love to hear from Levi.
You guys should reach out to him.
I was around. Levi was a part of Prince's world for a minute.
Like, I met Levi when I was like 18.
He met like several Prince projects.
I met Levi during Act 1. No,
No,
Not Dream React.
I
Was it
wasn't with
Dream
you.
React 2? Dream React 1?
I wasn't with you. I was with my brother. Hold on. I met the Love Sexy band
Yeah, this is
in
before.
Dwayne's office. My brother used to work for Warner Brothers. Let's do this mode. All right. So just bear with us, please, before we go. Let's make this quick because I have to go to the bathroom.
Listen, I gotta
We
run
used to
out of
take
here.
the room. All these Chinese herbs
Thank
have
you
gone
guys
through the
so
system.
much.
and-
Catch y'all next time.
Mr. Cool D.
Okay, Michael, have a good
Good
night.
job.
Thank you
Good
so
night.
much.
Good night, good night,
All right,
good night.
Rosie,
Bye.
share. All right, bye, you guys. Okay, so if you're still with us, everyone else, let's see if we can get them
Stage
too.
people writing in the chat too. Stage player recommended Mr. Hayes tells great stories, and also Tony.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Hi,
I'll see
Val.
what he's gonna play.
No, but it's like, please, like you can put it in the chat too. If that's more convenient.
Oops, because I didn't hit the start. That's part of it. Oh no, you have to wait for players. Anyway, it was just a poll asking what ideas you have, or well, should we do dance next? Should we do fashion? Whichever
Topics.
one, huh?
Whatever topics.
Whatever topics you want. But I don't know. So note to self: we're never doing Kahoot again.
Yes. and StreamYard for me.
But you know what's nice about StreamYard is you can put the person's comments on the screen.
That's lovely. We can just unmute and hear the lovely people's voices too.
Oh, whatever.
You know.
All right, so I'm not gonna just.
But Toya,
hold
you are
everyone
awesome.
hostage.
You are awesome, and we greatly appreciate you. We look forward to hearing, more from what you're doing, and may you just stay within your integrity and continue to be the powerful, beautiful sister that you are. And we just look forward to what's next. And let mom know we just love her so much, and we wish her all the best. We support her decision making. Grateful.
And I'm gonna call some friends at Sony and see what I can do. Like I said, I can't promise, but that is ridiculous, and I'm gonna try to make that happen. Also, I just again, I also want to thank you. And if you want to come to New York and hang out,
gotta do it.
Don't do that.
I'll make sure
she does not. I love New York, girl. I love New York now. Y'all got the shopping. Y'all got the shopping.
Yes, we'll go shopping. We'll do whatever you want.
We'll have fun. And Robin will not be able to play Kahoot.
Oh, whatever.
Oh.
Whatever, man.
Well, thank you guys for having me.
Huh?
I said thank you guys for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for being here.
Okay.
Oh, no problem.
She complains a lot about me, but she wouldn't be doing the show with anybody else because I do all I'm the show. She's the show.
Well, you guys are very cute together. You guys balance each other out. Y'all yin and yang.
Thank you. I do my best.
I do my best. You think she's easy? I do my best.
Did you say she was a Virgo?
No, I'm the Virgo. She's the Sagittarius.
I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Virgos are not easy.
I still love you though.
Appreciate you.
I'm sorry. It's my baby daddy did it for you. That's what it is. I'm sorry. He did it. He messed it up for all the Virgos in the world. Okay. That's
different. And also I'm on the cusp. I'm the last day of Virgo. Okay. So I don't really count. I'm more Libra. If you want to really know.
They still love anyway.
Virgo, but y'all
27.
professional.
Same day as Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
Same day as Jimi Hendrix, November 27th.
Okay.
Send her gifts, please, because
thank you,
currently lobbying for that.
Thank you, Oshun.
My child is Sagittarius, so I get it both things.
Yes, but thank you, Toya. Appreciate you and much success, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. If we don't speak to you.
You too. You guys too. Keep in touch. Keep in touch with me, girls.
We'll do.
Oh, we will.
We're not done with you yet. We're not done with you yet. Got some blessings coming in. All right.
Bye. And thanks to all of our viewers. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye, viewers.
Upcoming birthday stage. See you on the 23rd. That's next. Oh, your birthday's actually on Thanksgiving Day. Have a wonderful birthday.
All right, we gotta go, man.
I'm just saying happy birthday to us.
All right, bye, everybody.